Dogecoin is on a nice run over the last 24 hours as we just got confirmation of something that we have been waiting for a while. Let's first, before we get into that, talk about this new study that just came out, which shows which cryptocurrency holders are the most stressed right now. This obviously at a point in time when we have a lot of nefarious forces at work within the crypto space. We have some very negative news stories that have come out in the last few months, and as a result, a lot of morale is down amongst crypto holders. But there is something very hopeful that you can pluck from this sea of information. Take a look. Obviously, the most stressed out are people who are holding FTX token at 37.99%. I'm actually surprised that's not even higher, but still, nonetheless, it makes sense. That's number one. Then number two, and keep in mind, this is a decent ways after the crash of FTX token, and so we're still seeing some people who are buying in at this really low price for FTX, and so they're thinking maybe it'll go up as a result of that. So that's why we're not seeing a higher number in this chart, at least for FTX and stress levels, as you might expect. Tether, this one's kind of shocking and a little scary, is currently number 2 on the list with 35% of Tether holders being stressed. The reason why that's especially concerning is because you shouldn't be stressed at all to hold a stablecoin, and if you are, well, you might as well just move your money to a different stablecoin. Pretty dang easy. That said, if Tether itself collapses, we're in a whole heap of trouble with cryptocurrencies, so we'll have to hope that doesn't happen, and I do think there's a very low chance of it, especially now that we have seen some of this negativity followed through with the crypto market. I think a lot of companies and big entities in cryptocurrency are being especially careful right now. We then have Bitcoin with 34.8%. That's extremely high compared to some of the other ones on this list. Then we have Cardano, 32%, XRP, Ethereum, VeChain, Kronos, all in that 25 to 30% range. Algorand, Terra Classic, 25%, Tezos, 24%, Internet Computer, 25%, and we're getting to the big kahuna of all this information here very soon. If you want to press like, you're certainly welcome to take a second to do that as we get into the news of the day and all of the craziness that's happening, but why we do have a massive flower of hope that is blooming up from the ashes. By the way, I will notice, well, the media has been ramping up attacks on people who support Elon Musk. Now, as a YouTuber who's relatively big, I've been getting a lot of attention on Twitter lately. I'm still not like at the very top level of influence. Like I'm not Mr. Beast. I'm not someone on that level. At least not yet. But, you know, we can dream, right? But for now, still nonetheless, we have some smaller media outlets that are attacking us in full scale. And so it's been definitely funny to see that they're giving us free publicity. They're saying ridiculously untrue things. And you look at it and it's like these weird cat ladies, these elderly weird cat ladies that are writing these articles. It's like, come on, like, does anyone really think some elderly cat lady understands cryptocurrency? No offense to elderly cat ladies out there. I mean, if you are an elderly cat lady and you absolutely love cryptocurrency, you understand blockchain, my apologies to you. I don't mean you. I mean all of the other elderly cat ladies who seem to think that they can just write disgusting hit pieces on people. I'm really more specifically referring to one specific elderly cat lady who wrote this article. Absolutely disgusting, and there's been a couple more like that. They are right now just simply trying to come after anyone who supports Elon Musk. It's pretty obvious what's happening. It's not something that I think anyone is going to back down from, though. Everyone who supports Elon is doing so with a reason, and that reason isn't going away anytime soon. But as we continue to watch this, I mean, I'll just say thank you for the free publicity. That's all I'll say. Shiba Inu, take a look at this, 22% for Shiba Inu coin. Polygon at 22.1%. But here we go, Dogecoin is under 20% at only 19.83%, one of the lowest concern levels of all cryptocurrencies. That's a very positive sign right there. It shows you the Dogecoin community still very optimistic in cryptocurrency, despite some of the negativity that we have been seeing lately. What up all, says Sam, and we also have Joe says troll. I'm watching, but also that's hilarious. Yeah, there's nothing wrong. No matter where you are, if you're sitting on the you-know-what, if you're sitting in bed, or wherever you are, you're somewhere right now. Press that like button. Take a second to do it. It really does help the channel, and it helps cryptocurrency as a whole. If everyone's pressing like on all these cryptocurrency videos, not just mine, whenever you see a Dogecoin video, press the button. It always helps. It doesn't take much time, unless, of course, you have a very slow, sloth-like hand, at which point you're going to have to spend quite a while, a lot of effort on this like button press. It's not going to be easy for you. So hopefully you're not sloth. If you are a sloth and you're watching this, Sid, if you're watching, my heart goes out to you. I certainly hope that you are able to overcome your slowness to press the like button anyway. As we have seen in the last 24 hours, all of cryptocurrency actually doing pretty dang well, with Ethereum going back up to 1,160. Bitcoin holding pretty strong at that $16,000 mark, not falling much further than that, and we do expect to bounce back up to 21,000 within the short-term future here. It would still be at that point if we did not have some of the worst news stories we've seen in a while that really shouldn't have happened and could have been avoided, like FTX, for example. One of the most avoidable things that's happened in cryptocurrency in the negative direction in a very long time. It should have been avoided. It wasn't. Sad. But as we take a look at Elon Musk here, we can see all the things he's doing are really just confirming all of our suspicions about our Dogecoin predictions, that they're going to be extremely accurate in terms of the upside. And that's why it's just fun to see what he's doing. So not only is he adding on a full written section for Twitter where you can submit articles and you can be paid that way as a creator, you can see great written content on Twitter. He's also adding expensive video content creation options. He has commented already multiple times directly in conversation with Mr. Beast. He's also commented with MKHD and multiple others. I think, I will say, I don't necessarily think that Elon Musk can do this on his own. I think he needs to be getting people like Mr. Beast and getting people like all of the other YouTubers who have made YouTube so successful, and especially in the tech sector. If you can get them on your side and get them to help you craft what you're doing, then we're going to have a much better platform as a result of that. So I'm definitely pushing forward that. I want it to happen. And, we've had a couple conversations ourselves with Elon Musk on Twitter about things we want to see happening with Twitter and with the options that are going to be available soon. And so, of course, he's been responding a ton on there, giving us lots of hints. I've been staying up to date very closely on this because it's extremely important, not only for Dogecoin, because Dogecoin is going to be implemented. We already know from the outlined plan into Twitter in an expansive way, but also Elon Musk is going to be implementing Dogecoin to everything he does in a very expansive way. So that's why it's just hard to ignore it. You want to be paying attention. You want to be knowing what's going to happen. And hopefully also, on top of that, for free speech, this is going to be extremely, extremely important, because for so long we've had really these gatekeepers to free speech. And I don't even agree with a lot of the things that the free speech, anti-free speech people are trying to ban. I think some of the stuff is bad, but nonetheless, free speech means free speech. If you're a liberal, you should be able to say your liberal views. If you're a conservative, you should be able to say your conservative views. Then everyone can look at those and judge them. And the best part about it is, then if you have a bad view as a conservative and the liberals come and explain to you why your view is bad, then your view will get better. If you have a bad view as a liberal and the conservatives come and explain to you why your view is bad, then maybe your view will get better. Now, that's a little bit difficult in this extremely polarized environment where everyone's so emotionally attached to their own political parties, but still, nonetheless, over time, it can have an impact and it can slowly start to make both sides get better. That's what we want to see. And especially the crazies of the internet, you need to really have a full stop block put in front of them to those insane ideas that are massively hurting our country. And unfortunately, there's a lot of crazy people out there right now. So yeah, we did have Elon Musk saying Alex Jones is not going to be coming back. That has some applause, and also some people saying, hey, but free speech means even Alex Jones should be allowed to speak. And so that's been a very controversial issue. At the end of the day, Alex Jones has done some stuff that everyone almost unequivocally can agree is undeniably bad, but there's also the case to be made, well, even if you do something bad, should there be a point in time when you're allowed to say, okay, well, I served the time, now I should be allowed back on Twitter? I mean, if people who have literally committed the most heinous acts on earth are allowed on Twitter, you have to wonder, where do you draw the line? And as long as the line is being drawn in a fair way, I think that's what's most important. But at the same time, Elon Musk, he's saying personally he doesn't want to. It's kind of smart in some ways to do what he's doing, because think about it. When it comes to Alex Jones, if he can stand on his pedestal there and say, hey, I didn't let Alex Jones back on, then at the very least, that gives him some ground to say, see, Twitter isn't a far-right platform, because Alex Jones is very much considered far-right, even though Alex Jones himself says he's not far-right, because I've actually listened to his counter-argument, and because I'm going to be talking about it, right, to a lot of people. We got to know the full sides of the stories, right? So I've listened to his counter-argument. I've heard his thoughts on it. At the end of the day, the only thing that really matters is Elon Musk making Twitter better. And if Elon Musk doesn't want to let Alex Jones on, I think it's still possible for him to make Twitter better. And he could also potentially use that to get more advertisers on by saying, look, we draw a line here. We do have a line that we draw. If he let everyone back on, then he wouldn't be able to make that argument. And so just from that perspective alone, maybe it makes sense. At the same time, trying to appease the crazies is never smart. And so I want to make sure, to the degree I can, encourage Elon to be using his platform in the way he wants and not letting outside people factor in too much with how he conducts his business there. And I'm still trying to find the tweet from Elon Musk to I think there's an easy way to find this. You know what we'll do? We'll just go directly to Mr. Beast, because Mr. Beast comments probably a lot less on Twitter than Elon Musk does. So we'll go directly to Mr. Beast and we'll see what he said, because he was having a pretty extensive chat. There it is. So Mr. Beast was saying he believes it may be hard to compensate YouTubers at the same level that we are seeing on Twitter as we are seeing on YouTube. And then we saw Marquise Brownlee, who came in and said, but I can also think of quite a few creators who'd be willing to try and help make that happen. And undoubtedly, we're going to see a lot of collaboration here. Elon Musk is already working with some top people in the industry to try to improve things for Twitter. Even KSI commented, who TF is getting 20 CPMs. I mean, I'm personally getting like 14 or 15, sometimes as high as 16, 17. In the wintertime, I can get as high as 20. So if you're wondering, KSI, who's getting 20, it's financial channels like this that are talking about cryptocurrency oftentimes, or talking about other financial topics. We can get as high as 20. I have had multiple times when I had multiple videos at the very least that have had a $20 or higher CPM, which is very, 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 very a very, very good, very high CPM. It's very good. That means every single 1,000 views we get $20, which is not easy to accomplish, but it's still nice that YouTube has been able to do that for us, because it does change things drastically. We don't need to get as many viewers to be making good money on YouTube. But still, nonetheless, I definitely want to see Elon Musk working very, very hard with YouTubers and trying to figure this out. I commented as well, he needs to create an on-ramp that allows small businesses and regular individuals to apply and advertise on Twitter videos like what YouTube has. He also needs to make a great browser and have algorithm that is tailored to each individual person. Of course, I didn't say it in this comment, but the other thing you should do, Dogecoin acceptance, we know it's coming. It basically just suggests that $1.69 for Dogecoin is not only on the table, it's something that we can expect to happen as Elon Musk rolls this stuff out, as the community continues to stay optimistic regardless of the conditions. Every single sign points to Dogecoin being an extremely smart investment right now, and I just love that very much. Anyway, I'm Wallace, this is Final Stand, and I'll see you in the next video.